Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. And this is Manu Tarot. Let's start immediately with your reading, my dear Libra. We have here the Moon, Oshun, and Iku. Regarding the Moon, there's not a lot to say, just to pay attention to the sword and the heart. Iku, which is not an Orisha, is an entity, we can call him the angel of death. So it doesn't matter how he comes upside down or not, he always means death. And then we have Oshun, the Orisha that is related with love and money. That in astrology we could say that is a resemblance of Venus, the planet Venus. Okay, notice that Oshun is in between these two cards that are upside down, and you might feel like like something negative, but not necessarily means that it's negative. The Moon is talking about a balsamic experience, is about feelings, emotions, experiences that have been bad experiences that have been some way somehow released. You have been relieved of those experiences. You're experiencing a healing process. That's what the tarot cards are talking about, my dear Libra. A healing process has started for you. But now the but is really all about Iku. Oshun, that I also associate with relationships, is letting us know that in order to bring a healing process in your life, in order to start something new, a different level in your life, my dear Libra, what you have to do is, shamefully, you have to kill something. Not literally, but in the meaning that you have to put aside certain things. You have to bring to death all habits, all ways. You have to bring to death probably a relationship that is not working, be it a job, be it a love relationship, whatever it is, the relationship that you have that needs to be put aside, put away, or technically put destroyed, or whatever word you want to use, must be done in order to start the healing process. If you don't do it, life is going to do it for you. Okay? If you have a partner and they're separated, you have been separated, you can be sure that in order to start a healing process, you need to put an end to this relationship. That's the kind of dynamic that the tarot cards are bringing forward. We have here the Seven of Swords with Venus, Aquarius, and the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, Pisces, Jupiter, Cancer. And Venus, Aquarius, Venus, like I was saying, is all about love, money, service as well. And then Aquarius is a planet, or a sign in this case, that is associated with evolution, with evolving. So it's about goals, objectives, visions, and missions. Therefore, if you want to achieve something in your life, especially during this year, you really need to give up something. You cannot have the cake and eat it too. That's technically what the tarot cards are saying, my dear Libra. There's the Wheel of Fortune is saying that a lot of changes are coming to your way, big changes, and life is going to bring you changes, but all is subject if you are willing to do the sacrifice. Sagittarius, Jupiter, Pisces, this is all about learning higher level of awareness, higher level of consciousness. So when you start reaching higher levels of consciousness, you will be aware that something must be destroyed, put away, put aside, whichever way you want to call it. Notice that we have the magician here, and the magician has all the elements right in front of him. So the solution is right before your eyes, my dear Libra. But the Ace of Cups, the Lamb of God, is letting us know that a sacrifice has to be given in order to this dynamic start. If you want a balsamic experience in your life, if you want relief, if you want good stuff coming to your life, you have to put aside the old ways. And if you haven't watched my video, The Lamb of God, then do it, because then you will be able to understand the dynamic of what I'm explaining here. My dear Libra, April 2015. And after this, we're having the rising sign. Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. And this is Manu Tarot, Libra. If your rising sign is Aries, the dynamic that I explained for your solar sign is rooted in things that are not growing, they're withering, they're dying off. Okay? There's no growth. If you want growth, then you need to do something, and I think you already know what you have to do. Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. And this is Manu Tarot, Libra. If your rising sign is Taurus, Taurus is about identity, what makes me valuable as a person, and what I assign value to. It could be money, it could be my moral principles, it could be my faith, it could be anything that for me has value or importance. Therefore, here is talking about independence. You're looking to become more independent. You want to technically explore the world. You already have the experience, the knowledge, etc., etc., but you want to change. You want changes in your life. You're ready technically to conquer the world, and that's how the dynamic is pushing you into the direction that I already mentioned previously. Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. Rising sign is and Gemini. This is Manu Tarot. What we have here is moving. You're moving, literally speaking. You might be moving from country, province, state, region, village, town, house, whatever it is. The possibility of moving is there. It could mean also that you are already there. You're ready. You're prepared to move on. You're ready to make the move and cut whatever you have to cut in order to move forward in life. Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. If your rising sign is Cancer, what we have here is the card of the Justice. And here what we have is, we could say, a little bit of confusion. You might be a little bit confused. You might be thinking about the past. You might be analyzing how things were before. You are clinging to the past. You are clinging to old ways of seeing, understanding, and analyzing everything in life. But the tarot cards are saying that in order for you to move forward, you should cut the past. It's up to you what you're going to do. But this is what the tarot cards are saying. In other words, don't cling to the past. It's going to be very painful for you. And if you're already aware that's what you have to do, then it's not going to be difficult, because you are already in an introspective perspective. You're analyzing the past, the present, and what you want for the future. Okay? And that's how the dynamic unfolds for you. Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. If your rising
And this
sign
is Manu Tarot
is
Leo,
what we have here is that you are on the defensive mode. Whatever it is, the circumstances, it seems like life is pushing you into making a decision of what you should be eliminating. It seems like you don't want to. It could be that. And you are trying to protect yourself from pain. But by doing that, you're hurting other people. You're hurting people around yourself, around you. And at the same time, you're on a very defensive mode. You're kind of aggressive, let's put it like that. But you really need to move forward. You have to take away that veil and see things as they are, because that's what the tarot cards are saying that you should be doing. If you don't do it, life is going to do it for you.
welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra.
Your
And
rising
this is Manu
sign
Tarot.
is Virgo, my dear Libra. What we have here is a lot of analysis, a lot of thinking. You will be reanalyzing, rethinking. There's a lot of things to process, a lot of things to meditate. There's a lot of brooding that you need to do. There's a process that you have to go through. And therefore, that's what we have here for you, my dear Libra with rising sign in Virgo. This is good because you really need to analyze your options very carefully. Considering that we have the Wheel of Fortune with Jupiter here, we're talking about that you have to analyze many things. And one of them is traveling, studies, or even things related with laws, which is a lawsuit. Okay? That's the kind of energy that we have for you if your rising sign is Virgo.
Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. And this is
Rising
Manu
sign
Tarot.
is Libra. What we have here is the dynamic of things that are slow. They're not moving that well, that fast. They're dying, but is kind of an agony. Is someone that is dying slowly. It's a situation which is dying slowly, and you're seeing it, my dear Libra. And the tarot are saying that if you want some growth, you really need to start cutting certain things, certain relationships or associations. You should know better what you have to do. Okay? There's an introspection that could mean that you are also a little bit afraid or scared of the decisions and maybe a little bit confused with all these possible outcomes that you're seeing before your eyes.
Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra.
Your rising
And this
sign
is
is
Manu
Scorpio.
Tarot.
What we have here is that you already made up your mind. You have taken the decision. There is no going back. You know what you have to do, or at least you know what you want to do, what you should do, and you just do it. Okay? This is an upside down card. So this is letting us know that you are in a very introspective state, analyzing, thinking. It could be that you are analyzing, thinking. It could be that you are very connected with your higher self, your inner voice, whatever, whichever way you want to call it. That could be also possible, and they're letting you know that it's time to move on, to make a decision and keep rolling, my dear Libra, with a rising sign in Scorpio.
Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. And this
Libra.
is Manu Tarot.
If your rising sign is Sagittarius, the tarot cards are talking about coming back to more of the same. And let me explain what I mean. The tarot cards are saying that you really need, in order to start a healing process in your life, you need to start making decisions. You have to cut with certain things. But in order to cut with certain things, You need to take one step back in order to move forward. That means that if you probably were living in the past with your parents, you had a roommate, and you became independent, now life is asking you to move back with your parents, with your friends, or with a roommate in order to then move forward and make some progress in life. See what I mean? The kind of dynamic that I'm talking about is that one. You probably will have to use techniques and methods to solve the problem that you have or you're experiencing, but these methods were things that you did before. So in other words, don't invent the wheel. It's already done. So don't try to look for new methods. The solution is there, and it's again using the old ways of achieving something. In other words, sometimes you have to go back. You have to step back in order to move forward a few more steps. Okay? Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. And this is if your rising sign is Capricorn, I'm sorry. If your rising sign is Capricorn, this is all about selling and buying and selling. That's the dynamic. It's about saving money. And you already know that if there's some decisions that you had to make in life, money is involved. You probably need to start saving money in order to get to where you want. Maybe you have to sell, or maybe you have to buy something in order to get to where you are going to, where you're moving forward, the direction that you're taking in life. It requires for you to make some savings or make some buying or sales. And when I talk about buying and sales, you have to take under consideration that investing is also in the equation. Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. If your rising sign is Aquarius, the tarot cards, what they're saying is that you might feel a little bit irritated, agitated, unstable, angry, maybe frustrated, very emotional, you will be very introspective, analyzing many things. And the thing is that the circle of friends, they probably are not doing what you were expecting. They're not being of that much support for you. Probably you have to change your goals, objectives in life, and that's why you feel a little bit angry and frustrated. So keep that in mind, because the tarot cards are saying that you need to make a sacrifice. Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Libra. My dear Libra. And this is Manu Tarot. If your rising sign is Pisces, the tarot cards, what they're saying is that there's going to be a liberation for you. You're going to be freed from, in this case, is agony, mental distress, anything related with your mind. If you were all stressed out, you were suffering any kind of mental situation that it was kind of an agony, and you felt like the whole world was on your shoulders and you couldn't stop thinking, this time you're going to start seeing that there are options, and you're going to start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, technically. But you have to keep in mind that there is a sacrifice that you have to do in order to achieve this. Okay? That's what I have for you, Libra, with a rising sign in Pisces.